Not being content with trying to take away delicious food out of our mouths every single day by militarizing vegetarians and vegans who we all know are predisposed to being fucking annoying anyway, the people for ethical treatment of animals are now going a step further, and instead of ripping out that tender piece of delicious, succulent steak out of your mouth, they're also coming for your games. Well, aside from that, that's not all we have this week, because in another game, you can now control the size of your character's dick. So let's fight back and change what PETA stands for. From this moment on, PETA will stand for Penis Enhancement T.U.G.S Approves.
Here we go!
We're a serious show. PETA, the people for the ethical treatment of animals. Sounds great, right? Who doesn't want to be nice to animals?
Keep going. No, it's fine. I'm fine.
Who doesn't want to be nice to animals? Animals are cool.
Yeah.
They're awesome. But when they're not paying children $1 to watch cows get executed, funding domestic terrorists who firebomb laboratories, or actually literally killing cats and dogs at their shelters and throwing their carcasses away in dumpsters, all true, they are complaining about fictional characters from a tabletop fantasy game wearing fur.
Yes. Now I feel better. Garth. The game they're bitching about is Warhammer 40,000, a tabletop RPG that has been around in some form or another since the 1980s. And earlier this week, in a post to their own website, yes, they have no shame, PETA had this to say: "The grim, dark, battle-hardened warriors are known for their martial prowess, but wearing the skins of dead animals doesn't take any skill. PETA has written to Games Workshop CEO Kevin Roundtree asking that the leading British miniature wargaming brand ban fur garments from all Warhammer characters. While we appreciate that they are fictional, draping them in what looks like a replica of a dead animal sends the message that wearing fur is acceptable, when in fact, it has no more place in 2017 than it would in the year 40,000. Take that.
This game, of course, features characters like skeletal robots, aliens, orcs, and demons, so first of all, fuck you, PETA, for assuming that the furs that they're wearing even come from animals that exist in reality.
Yes.
And fuck you for also not caring about the humans' plight against the Imperium of Man in the game as much as you care about what these creatures wear for warmth.
Yeah.
And how can you even be so sure that these space marines aren't wearing fake fur? I mean, it is the future after all. We're sure that the technology has advanced to the point where fakes are indistinguishable from real animal hides.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most looking forward to.
When you assume you make an ass out of you and me, PETA. But let's just assume that this is the furs are real. We'll just assume that. But disregarding what I just said.
Ugh. I'm gonna need some of that crushed up tiger bones for my cold.
Yeah. Anyways, assuming that the furs are real, maybe they should focus on other aspects of violence that appear in the game's lore. We found this great rebuttal to one of PETA's remarks from Guardian writer Alex Hearn, who said, quote, "PETA, for instance, points out that Horus Lupercal wears a lot of fur. Lupercal is one of 20 sons of the Emperor whose rebellion, the Horus Heresy, cost 2.7 trillion lives.
Damn.
As the inciting act of the rebellion, he virus-bombed the planet of Istvan III, dropping a manufactured microorganism that spread over the entire planet in a matter of minutes, breaking down all organic life into a sludge. Yes, PETA, he didn't just kill humans, but all other life on Istvan too. Maybe the fur is the wrong thing to focus on here, or the fact that none of this exists."
Yeah, this is way more lore than I was hoping to actually learn about. This is clearing out important information for my brain to learn about fucking Warhammer. Anyway, we'll link his entire breakdown of their just ridiculous claims and rebuttals in the description below, because he actually knows about the subject a whole lot more than we do. Or would like to.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter here is that PETA isn't doing this because they actually give a shit about the animals in the Warhammer universe. They're doing it because until earlier this week, you forgot that PETA even existed, and they need to let their presence be known to a whole new market. Tabletop gamers.
It's an untapped market, those tabletop gamers.
See, they've already demanded the attention of nearly everyone else by pissing them off and annoying the shit out of them. Video games have been in the crosshairs for ridiculous reasons plenty of times over the years, including one instance where they bashed Nintendo for allowing Mario to wear raccoon fur for his Tanuki suit. And more recently, they released a Pokemon Black and Blue where you have to free all the pocket monsters instead of capturing them. You brutal pieces of human trash. You slave masters.
Yeah, this is all your fault.
Also, they're probably like, why is everyone giving money to the ACLU right now? Don't they know that animals are dying?
Yeah.
In a fictional fucking tabletop game?
Those turtles didn't have a choice. They became ninjas because that rat told them to. Anyways, yeah, this is all for exposure. They wanted to be in the news again because the soul-crushing reality of what's happening to humans across the world on a daily basis had once again, justifiably, taken over the front page of newspapers and TV screens everywhere. Fake characters wearing fur sends a bad message that fur is okay. No, it doesn't, you cunts. I can personally guarantee that no one who plays this Warhammer game has ever looked at a Chaos Warrior's fur pelt and said, you know what? I think I'd like to buy the slaughtered skin of an animal. Nor could they afford it even if they wanted to.
Fur is expensive.
It's very expensive.
It's a rich man's hobby.
Sport, yeah. But let's leave PETA alone and stop doing exactly what they want us to do, which is talk about them, and switch over to something far more important. Cock size.
Yep. Wow. There is yet another early access open world survival game out there floating around called Conan Exiles. And it's the perfect example of what all games should strive to be like in terms of character customization, because as shown off here by Chris Livingston of PC Gamer, you can adjust the size of your character's cock in sizes ranging from Donald Trump to bull dick cucking your wife.
Yes.
And it's not hiding under some shitty loincloth made out of animal skin either. This boa constrictor can be let loose on the unsuspecting world who tends to hide their shame.
PETA is fine with this game.
No more.
They're like, you know what? Good. His dick's out there. That's fine. Free the snakes.
Yeah.
The trouser snakes. But
this anaconda don't want none, but it's fine because it's not an anaconda.
Yeah, it's just a piece. It's a human. It's a human appendage.
Yeah.
Which, fuck humans.
What I don't get is why limit it? Why is there a maximum on this?
No, I get to that in here.
Oh, okay.
In addition to the shot of him adjusting his manhood while nailed to a cross in the character creation screen, Livingston also provided numerous examples of just how well the physics of your dong work in this early access title. Even your big, fat, semen-filled balls move in a way that's seemingly natural, which is truly impressive if we do say so ourselves. Now, if you could only make your in-game cock big enough that it would be used as a weapon, we could safely say that Conan Exile deserves T.U.G.S Game of the Year status already. But we'll have to wait and see if there's any DLC or Dick Long content before we can jump on board with that.
The modding community is going to have a field day with this. I can't wait. Why stop at one dick?
Yeah, I want to see one that's so long it trails behind him for miles.
I'm gonna make a mod where the dick is his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
it's exciting. We're living in exciting times.
It's like that Oscar award-winning movie, Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo.
Yeah.
Where the woman gets a boner with her nose and sneezes cum everywhere.
Yeah, it was a classic scene. It's still being taught in cinema classes around the world.
And when, God forbid Rob Schneider dies, hopefully in the in memoriam section of the Oscars, that scene is played in full.
One of many just
wonderful
scenes by the late great Rob Schneider.
The late. You can do it! Anyways.
There is one game though, however, which would instantly gain legendary status on the show. A game that people have been waiting for way too long to even hear news about.
Yeah.
A game whose pre-existing trilogy has almost zero faults. That game is Skate 4.
Yeah. Oh.
And over the weekend, an EA community manager added a whole lot more fuel to the hype train, headed towards Rumorville when he bluntly tweeted #Skate4 in the middle of the night with no other explanation.
He was probably just drunk, but we'll take it.
Now, we're not ones to speculate ever about anything. That would be unethical. But we're gonna go ahead and confirm that this means that Skate 4 will happen.
Yeah.
Totally. And the world will finally be able to once again play the greatest skateboarding game ever created. With your dick out.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with your dick. It's yours.
We can all continue to point and laugh at that abysmal Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD remake that came out and took a giant dump all over its otherwise legendary legacy.
Uh-huh.
Why, Tony?
But, can you make, like the vagina lips and, the clit, can you make those bigger?
I don't know, that's... Yeah, why not?
I don't see
Why not? There's a lot of variety out there.
Fair is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just tit size. Mm-hmm. It's about the labia.
The labia and the vulva.
We're an equal opportunity show. Mm-hmm. Whoa! Update, EA said that no, they're not gonna make Skate 4. But they're probably lying. They're probably lying. But anyway, speaking of legacies, they're made to be shit on. And no one has stronger bowels than the man, the myth, the legend, Shibby 2142.
Wow.
Even though he doesn't use those numbers anymore for some reason. What do those stand for originally?
Battlefield 2142.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nerd!
Yeah. Shibby 40,000 Warhammer. He is back out of his cage and ready to take on another game that you thought you might have liked until he proves you wrong. Shibby, what do you have for us this week? No costume?
No.
Because everyone said you looked like Ronald McDonald last week.
No devil coat this week.
Oh, a nice machinima jacket.
Ha!
Thank you. Tugs boys and Tugs girls. Mr. Rooster Teeth sweater over here. What is that?
Le Coq Sportif.
Okay. This week I'm reviewing a little shareware title which slipped by my nose because my neck is so long. From our good friends over at Nintendo,
Nintendo? What's that?
called Super Mario Run. It's surprising me that you blind Nintendo fanboys continue to support these business practices. The $300 Nintendo Switch, the tech demo that they want to charge you $50 for, called 1-2 Switch, and this sneaky iOS malware game called Super Mario Run. But Shibby, everyone loves this stuff. Of course, IGN, Games Radar, Time Magazine, etc. will be on Nintendo's dick giving high praise to this title. Look, it all makes sense because they need to cater to the easily shaken Nintendo fanboys who will literally die for Nintendo, like Pearl Harbor. In addition, these fake news sites need to be on Nintendo's dick in order to get access to the up-and-coming Switch. It should be criminal that these sites give positive reviews, in which gets them coverage they need to in turn get showered and praised by Nintendo fanboys. Anyways, I harp on console plebs, sure, but Nintendo fanboy is by far the most blindly loyal gamer around. Super Mario Run is trash. It teases you with a few test levels, then demands $10 for you to continue. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, this is a garbage mobile app exclusively for the failing Apple iPhone, hashtag the final YOLO, and we need to demand a higher standard. City building mechanics are a joke to fill the content in the game with the shareware. The data requirement of this app will fill the allotment of your per data month cell phone plan, whatever bill. All of this while you are filling Nintendo's pockets. Did I mention that you need a constant data connection to play this? Oh, you want to play this mobile game on your phone that you pay $10 for on a plane? Nope, play Sudoku instead. I've said before that it would be smart for Nintendo to license out their IP, but this failure is a failure, and it's a cash grab attempt. I must give Super Mario Run 0 out of $10.
Dun dun. The court of Shibby 2576 is adjourned.
It is adjourned. Before we go, we have to give you some real gaming news. Sony is finally getting external hard drive support.
What?
Which makes sense because the games are huge and there's not enough space on the
Too
hard drive.
big.
Yeah, not
The
really.
hard drive's so small.
It's very small. Not really